welcome back to English for You. If you're interested in expanding your vocabulary, having good grammar, or developing your skills in writing, welcome to English for You. In today's course, we're going to be dealing with clauses. That's very important for you. Well, first, what is a clause? You should know that a clause is a group of words that contain subject and verb. We have here two kinds of clauses. We have the independent clause and the dependent clause. These two kinds are very important for us in order to have an idea about how these two clauses work and how they are linked to each other using linking words. You should know that I am delivering and putting out many videos about writing in English for you. If you have not seen the coordinating conjunctions, you should pay a visit to my channel in order to understand that very well. Okay, so here we have clauses. As I said, a clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Okay, it's like here. A clause contains a subject and verb. We have subject, and we have verb, and we have here the object of course. So, a clause contains a subject and verb. We're talking here about independent clauses. First, what is an independent clause? An independent clause is a clause that contains a subject and verb, and it has complete meaning. That is to say, when we form an independent clause, we should have complete meaning. Okay? It makes sense. It can stand alone. It doesn't need to anything else in order to have complete meaning. Okay? It stands on its own, like in here. As we have this clause, we have subject, verb, and object. They speak English. They speak English. So they we have is the subject, they is the verb, English is the object. This is an independent clause. Why is it independent? It is independent because it stands on its own. It has complete meaning. It makes complete meaning. Okay, so when I read this independent clause, I know I receive complete meaning and a complete idea. I hope that that's clear. The second example, he have the subject, the verb, and we have here the object. Okay, he goes to school. He goes to school is a complete sentence, is a complete clause. Okay, is a complete clause that gives complete meaning and therefore it is understandable. We can understand it. We can make out the meaning put there. It is raining. Subject, it is raining. And this is a verb. It is raining, so it has complete meaning. So it is an independent clause. Great. I like jogging. I like jogging. Here we have I, which is the subject, like, which is the verb, jogging, which is the object. So we have complete meaning. So we can make out the meaning. We can make out the meaning put in the sentence. Therefore, it is an independent clause that can stand alone, that can depend on its own. Okay? I hope that the idea is clear. An independent clause is a clause that can stand on its own, that has complete meaning, that is understandable. Okay? Here we have dependent clause. The word dependent means something depends on something else. That's actually what we have here. Look at this one. When it stops raining, just till here. When it stops raining. When it stops raining. Does it make sense? I mean, there is sense there. It makes sense. But does that sense make a complete meaning, complete sentence, a complete clause that can be understandable? If it comes suddenly and say, when it stops raining, and I stop, it doesn't make any sense. I can't understand. Okay? But when it stops raining, we will go out. We will go out. So here, that's what makes this clause dependent. This clause is dependent because it depends on this clause. This is another clause. Okay? Because this clause depends on this clause to give full meaning, we call this clause a dependent clause because it waits for another clause to give complete meaning. Okay? The same thing here. If I had money, I would buy a car. That is to say, if I had money, if I say suddenly, if I had money and I stop, does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. Why? Because just like that, it doesn't make sense. I would buy a car. This is an independent clause that really makes sense. Okay? If I had money, I would buy a car. Now we understand, we make out the meaning, okay? If I had money, I would buy a car. So if is a subordinating conjunction that gives us a subordinating clause, if I had money, depends on I would buy a car in order to give full meaning to the reader, okay? I hope that the course is clear. I hope the idea is put out, that you understand the course. Thank you very much for your attention. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel in order to support me, and see you soon, guys.